Good morning, and how is everybody this beautiful day? Look at this. Look what we have out here. And look what we have out here. I mean, really, it is absolutely jaw dropping here every single day. I get up, I'm like, oh, how incredibly lucky we are to have this space for this whole month. So, sorry, let me just get this organised. Yes, I wanted to jump on. Elevation Soul Sanctuary started last night. So it's an easy lead in, obviously, because a lot of these women came from Newcastle. And yeah, so we just had food and then a kind of early night getting ready, obviously, for the day. So, what have I seen? Last year, obviously, we had 11 back-to-back retreats. This year we have 6. So it's pretty intensive in terms of you really get to see and learn a lot of things about human beings and our ability and willingness to change, and our ability and willingness to embrace everything that's provided here for you. So, and obviously, depending on your health, how you're feeling, all of these things make a big impact on how we are in the day. And obviously, from the Heal Scotland perspective, we're very keen that people understand how powerful they are. Very keen to give them a new way to see the body, which is really literally the kind of metaphysical side of the body, which is the energy side, the side that you can't see. You can't see your thoughts, you can't see your feelings, you can't see your perceptions or your beliefs, but they're there and they can hold you back from peace and bliss and ecstasy, which is really kind of what we want to feel. And we have the biotherapies here, and this year we've got an amazing piece of equipment thanks to the Health Hub, which I really, and we've got some red light. Last year, red light blew up. So we're not able to use, we don't have oxygen here, but we do breath work, and that's, we get the oxygen levels way up high with the breath work. So we're getting the oxygen levels up with the breath work. We're using the PMF, thanks to Jonathan at the Health Hub, who's loaned me this machine. We have the amp coils, we have red light, we have a thing called the Flex Beam, which is a very powerful healing device as well. I'm not going to go into all the science around it right now, but when you start to see the body as energy and waves and sound, and we can pick up our mobile phone and we know perfectly well, we can go, that a wave comes out of there, goes into our ears. We can't see it, but we can hear the person in the other. How does that? Sound travels in waves, light travels in waves. We're really, really in tune with the light cycles here because it's all glass all around about us. You know, when we've been doing the breath work, we're starting at 7:30, and then the light just comes up. And all these elements that nature provides, we've kind of cut ourselves off from these elements, and to our detriment, we literally are like a battery, a phone that's in red. We need charged. And at the Health Hub at Quarriers, that's what we're looking at, is charging the batteries at the cellular level. And here what we're doing is we're using breath work, we're using PMF, pulsed electromagnetic. We've got 2 different kinds of frequencies. Well, we've got 3 actually, that will penetrate the body, penetrate and come in through the eardrums, this acoustic speaker that we have in our head, our eyes, what's coming in here, what's coming in through the skin, what is the body allowing in, and also how contracted and toxic are you? Are you allowing the energy to flow? Because now that I'm a fascia obsessed, thanks to Nicola Harkins, it's very much about the flow and the meridian system and the chakra system. We know from Joe Dispenza's research that the change the information in the field, and you will change the information going into the body. That's very exciting because we can do that. The good news is you're very powerful. The bad news is no expert can help you do this. You need to do it. You need to learn how to fly this baby. Obviously, just had 3 or 4 days there with Gary and Ivona. Ivona did all the food, which was great. I sat down and ate the food. And Gary was taking people through process after process after process after process, mindfulness, listening to the body, where are you feeling it? And it's kind of the Sedona method a little bit in a slightly different angle. So it's all about letting go of these old stories, these old concepts, and these old... Good morning, Lee. How you doing? Can't wait to see you. Yeah. So what have we seen here? It's blowing my mind, honestly, because the healings that are happening now, and I can't put it down to one thing, because obviously here you've got this incredible scenery. We're in a cocoon here. We're surrounded by the coolings. There's hardly any traffic, and you can see an odd car. We've got the rivers, the energy of the waterfalls. We've got the indigenous trees right round about us. We have nutrient-dense food, fibre-filled, diverse food. And then we have the biotherapies. And then you have me banging on, breathing, letting go. Breathwork and letting go just goes... David Cassidy would be good for you to listen to. I used to love David Cassidy. So all of these things are playing a part. But what we're seeing is, you know, in a few short days, even me, who's pretty optimistic and understands the body pretty well, I'm like, wow, how quickly the body responds. And also, I have to say, the people that have come here have been hugely, hugely gracious and grateful. And that's not always the way of it, but it has been this trip, really embracing the processes and owning their own reactions, because you can't come here and do this work without getting triggered. Very unlikely. Your belief systems are going to get challenged. We had a good one with the difference between frequency and vibration. Oh, that challenged some people. They were like, I know better. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. So a big part of coming here is that you need to open your mind and actually look. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to have to run and get my charger. 2 ticks. Sorry, that was a bit of a schoolgirl. Yeah, we have to embrace... okay. We have to embrace the triggers too. We have to own our own reactions, our own, you know, if you think something's true and then I come along and tell you, maybe it's not, you can make you really angry. And that's fine. That's why we do it. That's why we do the breath work. We get you into these states of bliss and this connection to the unified field. And this place really holds it as well. And we're also going to be in Cretan for the month of March. And again, another beautiful, beautiful place and space that's really going to help you let go of the stories. Because I tell you, you know I'm obsessed by letting go anyway. But it's all about letting go. And if you've been carrying around a lot of stories for a long time, and I come in and say, you need to let that go, it might not even have happened like that. But yeah, you identify with these stories, the labels that we've been given. And I'm like, there's a potential in the field for you to be completely healed, regardless of how long you have had this disease, this issue. That can be triggering because there's a safety in where we're at. The conscious mind wants to keep us safe. Don't listen to her. How dare you hope? How do you go against the experts? But here's the thing, the place that we're going in the 5D energies and this shift in consciousness is that the only person that really truly knows what's right for you is you. You live in that body. You've thought it, you've felt it, you've perceived it, you've criticized it, you've judged it. You're the person that has created your biology. And no expert knows that. Nobody. So when it comes to the unraveling the mystery of our health, the most invested person, of course, is us. But one of the things I'm most excited about at the Health Hub and Quarriers is that when you come there, I don't care what label you've been given, what number, whatever prognosis you've been given, I know there is a potential for you to heal, regardless of what the so-called experts say. And then, so you're going to be with people that believe that you can heal. And boy, is that going to make an enormous difference. And I'm not sure how or if we can measure that. Maybe with heart rate variability, we can see when you have hope, when you start to realize that you're an electromagnetic being and that this physical body will change when you start putting love through it. 528, you vibrate at 528. Everything changes. And I ran my first 528 retreat. I just invented it, obviously, with my obsession with the love tuner and the frequency. And the fact that I quite like, if enough of us can get onto 528, the healing will happen. That seems to me a much more doable thing. And can you change your diet? Can you stop drinking? Can you stop smoking? Can you stop hanging out with toxic people? I mean, it's just not going to happen. But what we can all do is we can open our hearts. And boy, that can be challenging too, because somebody going for a wee walk. It can be challenging to open your heart if it's been battered and bruised. So it's really, really, it's bittersweet work, you know, getting people to open their hearts and visualize and see the power within them, because it can be really hard and really sad to let go of that story, you know. And I don't know why, it just is. I just can tell you, I've been doing it long enough to know that that level of wanting to hold on to the story and me saying you're powerful, you're full of power, and you have believed for a long time that you're not, and then you be annoyed at yourself and all the stories that come up even from believing that you're powerful. It is honestly so fascinating to watch. So obviously, I mean, 11 retreats last year, 6 retreats this year, teaching breathwork every day, observing how people eat, what they eat, how they deal with the changes, right? Because you come here to change, usually. Changing your perceptions is probably, and your limiting beliefs, probably the two key most important things. But your diet, what are you eating? What are you feeding that baby? Because your microbiome could be telling you a whole load of rubbish. So getting the foundation right, the foundation of the nutrition is key. And then getting these bowels moving, these roots of elimination. And that's really, really important. And it sounds very basic. It's very simple. Are you sleeping? Are you drinking water? We've got the water straight off the mountain here, just alive. And then we have this, you know, diverse pre and probiotic foods and delicious tastes, herbs and spices, and really bringing the life into the body. And you know, part of that can be uncomfortable, especially if you, depending on what your diet's been. But we get that foundation right, and we start to get the roots of elimination working, and we start to open the heart, and we start to vibrate. We literally start to elevate. The ascension process is on, and that can be uncomfortable. Trust me, I know the body can feel heavy and sore and all and clumsy. The words are not coming out right, fogginess, all of that is part of the ascension process. And we are shifting in consciousness. And this 528, I'm really excited to do it again down in Cretan with Stephanie, and really getting into the heart and unconditional love, and really showing you how you can love yourselves. And how when you love yourselves, they return to balance. And the only person that can keep you sick is you. It is just, and it will rise, that chemistry will rise above all the food, rise above all the shoulds and shouldn'ts. So it's very exciting times for healing, very, very exciting times. And we're seeing it. Like, I got a lovely message from somebody. I apologise to people I've not replied to, but Facebook stopped me replying to people. I'll try and get through that today and answer everybody that sent me amazing messages, that people see the difference in them when they come back. And then becomes a challenge. How do we maintain and sustain that level, that energy, that frequency, that vibration, because this is all about learning to manage your emotions so that you're not a victim. You don't go into fear and do things that you wish you'd never done, and that you expand and open, and you move from fear to faith, from contraction to expansion, from problem to solution. And we can forge our way forward and change our dis-ease rates in Scotland, because I don't know about you, but I'm not following the masses with that. No chance. Let's get in and be the change that we want to see. So that's us. Kaz is started her programme, 7 days, which is a big treat to the body, that you have 7 days working on yourself. And then she has a year support programme, which is invaluable. Been speaking to some people that did her retreat, so really amazing results that she gets, because we're all about results. And you can come here, I'll blow sunshine up your ass, and you will leave on a high. But how do we maintain that at home? We have to look at maintenance and sustaining these feelings of love. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and remember, we've got Jennifer Main is coming to Cretan with me, and Jennifer's teaching Theta 1, Theta 2, which is really one of the most inspiring courses I've done in a long time, was Theta, and how we use the teaching us, about the limiting beliefs, teaching us how to manifest, basically, whether it's your wealth, your health, or your relationships, teaching us how to change things, and so that we change the level that we're vibrating at, our levels of wisdom and our much higher perception. And it teaches you how to use it on yourself and how to use it with your family, and you can become a practitioner. Morning, Shona. The 5-2, yeah, it wasn't it? It was absolutely magic. So I'm so excited to because that was the very first one. Obviously, I was trying out things, but it's going to be even better, the next one, so please come if you want to feel unconditional love. Yeah, so we're going to have, Jen's going to be there with Theta 1 and Theta 2, which you'll be able to take into your practice. And then I'll be doing the fasting. We'll be doing 5-2-8. We'll be fasting, and then I'm teaching my breath work. So if you're a practitioner and you want to do the breath work, come along and I'll teach you how to do it. It's 4 days intensive, and then you've got case studies to do. And then Liberate Wellbeing are coming. I don't know whether, Lee, are you coming to that? Lauren will definitely be coming. So again, just another month of phenomenal learnings for you. The mantra: educate, inspire, support. It's now time to learn how magnificent this body is. So have an amazing, amazing day, and I will catch you on the flip side. Cheers.